Hello and welcome back to this episode of RADBMX Builds. My good buddy Mark is here in the shop with me, and we got a surprise for you. What's better than one Hutch? Two Hutches. And that's right, I just bought two on eBay and they just showed up on the same date. So I have a surprise for you. We're gonna do an unboxing of not one, but two different Hutch bikes. One being a freestyle, one being a race bike. But what I really wanna highlight is the difference between people and how they ship bikes. I'm not gonna name the person, but I'm actually gonna burn how they package this bike, especially a Hutch, right? Like, you should probably take more than 2 seconds to package up a Hutch if you're asking that kind of money to sell one. This is what came via UPS. And you can see the bike is in there somewhere. And I'm gonna give you a size comparison of an actual bike box that the other Hutch came in. Big shout out to this person for doing a good job in using an actual bike box. We're gonna do an unboxing. Fingers crossed we open this box and everything's just fine and I can calm down. I'm gonna set you up on a tripod and we're gonna cut into this. So let's see what we get. Okay, so surprisingly, the bike's in pretty good shape. There are a couple things that were damaged, and I'm gonna show those to you now. Let's take a look at the bike. So it is a blue Hutch Pro Racer. There we go, Pro Racer decal. You can see the Hutch under the brake there. Definitely got some repop parts, but has a Hutch seat post clamp. The Hutch frame's in really good shape. Looks like original decals, Hutch forks. I'm gonna lay it down. This is a repop chainring, just some Well-Go pedals, but it does have Hutch bars, which is really cool. And you know, just some Dicom brakes on it, Dominator seat, and then some Skyway mags. But there it is, a 1987 Hutch Pro Racer. So what stem did I end up with? Some knockoff garbage stem that we'll swap out. So there's a few parts that we're gonna swap out on this bike, and I have a future plan for this bike. I'm gonna leave it the way it is for a while. We'll put it together. Like these bearings were completely bent. There are some things that will need to be fixed and replaced, and I'm gonna do that and have this bike complete today. But I have a future plan for this, and if you know a guy named Mike, and his favorite color is pink, that might be a tribute build for him. So that's one bike. Let us go ahead and get it put together for you so you can see it all the way built, and then we're gonna dig into this other box and show you what's in there. hold up. Big shout out to this dude for how he packed this bike. And it was completely covered in plastic to keep moisture off this bike. Bubble wraps, you know, I'm a big fan of pool noodles. All right, enough of that. I'm gonna set you up on a tripod and then we are going to pull this out so you can see what bike this is. Okay, behind me is the new completed old 88 Hutch XL. It's actually in really good shape, but there are a few things wrong with it. I'm very transparent. I'm going to disclose everything, but let's take a look at the bike. Okay, this is a restored, repowder coated, and re-decaled 1988 Hutch XL. And there is a dent right here on the forks. And then the seat post back here, no matter how much we tighten it, it's still a little loose, so I need to figure that out. Also, it seems to have a little faulty freewheel thing. When I went to go forward on it earlier, it spun forward. There we go. It shouldn't spin forward like that. So I'm gonna have to swap out the freewheel. Now, one thing that I found that was super cool are these are actual Skyways. There we go, it's up there. Really old school Skyway 6 spokes. And big fan of that. But I think I'm gonna swap the tires out to some Kenda K55s. We'll swap out the freewheel and we'll figure out the seat post. And then this bike's done. So not a bad day when you get to build two Hutch bikes. We'll get them together and then show you what both of them look like side by side. All right, here they are behind me. Both bikes complete as I got them today. Complete totally? No, not ever. You know me, that's what I do. I'm gonna customize them a little bit, but let me show you what we got. The 1988 Hutch XL, the 1987 Hutch Pro Racer, all put together, added to the collection. I hope you liked them. Let's check them out. I really like the pink XL. That pink is the exact color of my logo, which is super cool. And look at the sticker right here, as seen in the movie Rad. I thought that was pretty awesome, and I added the RADBMXBUILDS pads to it. So I really like the color pink that came out on that. And then the blue one, I haven't done anything to it yet, but I think I'm definitely ditching a few parts on there and updating it. But what we have there is two Hutches added to the collection. I hope you liked them because I do too. And what's better than one Hutch? Two Hutches. Or three Hutches. So thanks again for watching. Grab some merch at radbmxbuilds.com/merch. And as always, stay rad. When I saw the parts that were on this bike, I was like, oh Lord.
Yeah.
Does he not know what he has? Because